Far to the south of Malawi, where the land begins to rise and fall into green valleys, there stands a mountain that touches the cloud, Mount Mulanje, the island in the sky. It is not merely a mountain, it is a world suspended between earth and heaven. Its granite peaks gleam silver in the air light, and the mist drifts like thin veils around its shoulders. From every angle, it feels ancient, calm, alive. Mulanje places is everywhere. It shoulders the valleys, goes down the lane, and gives life to rivers that run like silver threads through the land. To those who live in its shadow, it is more than a landmark. It is a guardian, a storyteller, and a companion. Travelers arriving from the plains of Malawi often feel the change before they even see it. The air cools. The horizon begins to swirl with faint blue shapes. And then, suddenly, the mountain rises, vast and unexpected. Its peaks look carved by time itself. Its cliffs, sheer and timeless, rise out of forests that glow emerald under the tropical sun. Mount Mulanje is sometimes called the sleeping giant. From a distance, it seems to lie at rest, but up close, it is alive with motion and sound. Streams tumble down the slopes, wind sighs through the pines and cedars, birds flash between branches, singing songs known only to this high forest. Each echo, each whisper carries the voice of the mountain. As the climb continues, the hum of the world begins to fade. The wind grows cooler, clouds move slowly, drifting low, brushing against the trees. And then, silence. Only the sound of one's own breath and the distant song of water falling somewhere unseen. The first trails appear like ancient path of stone. The weed through forest of cedar, crossing smooth streams that run clear and cold. Each step draws you deeper into Mulanje's hidden heart. The mountain has many trails, each one a story told in earth and rock. Some are gentle, winding softly through the forest. Others climb steeply toward the peaks, testing the strength and the spirit of those who walk them. But all of them lead to beauty. Beauty in the whisper of leaves, in the cool breeze of mist, in the sudden view that opens between the trees. A glimpse of faraway valleys bathed in a light. For those who climb here, the mountain becomes a teacher. It teaches patience, endurance, and respect. Each trail is a reminder that beauty often demands effort, that stillness is found only when you slow down enough to listen. Local guys know this path better than anyone. They move with quiet confidence, following invisible signs in the trees and rocks. For them, the mountain is not just a place to work. It is a home, a source of pride, a living place. They tell stories as they walk of spirits who guard the peaks, of hunters who once roamed the valleys, of travelers who found more than they were looking for. They know every river crossing, every resting rock, every secret turn that leads to a hidden waterfall. Down in the lower slopes, streams gather into rivers that feed the farmlands. Those who visit often say that Mulanje never leaves them. Even after they have returned home, they carry its memory. The sound of the wind, the sight of its slopes, the feeling of being small yet deeply connected to something vast. It changes the way you see the world. It reminds you that beauty and peace still exist. Not in faraway dreams, but in light here, in the quiet places of the earth. It is easy to lose track of time here. On Mulanje, minutes slow down, hours drift by unnoticed. The mountain teaches patience. It invites silence, and in that silence, one begins to hear the pulse of the earth, steady, calm, and eternal. Water is the lifeblood of this mountain. From hidden springs deep in its rocks, rivers are born. They tumble down as white ribbons, carving their way through stone and moss. Some flow gently through shaded greens, others crash widely over cliffs, sending cool spray into the air. Among them lies one of Mulanje's greatest mysteries, Ziwelankalamba, the pool of the ancestors. This pool is said to hold stories older than memory. Its waters rest quietly beneath overhanging rocks, reflecting the forest above like a mirror of another world. Locals believe the spirit of the ancestors guard it, that their presence keeps the place pure and still. Whether one believes or not, standing before it feels scared. The air grows still, the forest seems to listen, even the birds grow silent, as if honoring the unseen. The water glimmers deep blue and green, and every lip carries the mountain's breath. Travelers often stop here to watch, to feel, to remember that there are places in this world still untouched by noise or haste. Far above, the slopes begin to change. The forest thins, the air cools, grasses give way to bare rock, and the sky seems closer now, vast and open. At the edge of the horizon lies Sapitwa Peak, the highest point of Mount Mulanje, and indeed of all Malawi. Its name means "don't go there," whispered in the old stories. A place of power, of mystery.
Hadi. Thanks.
The people here live not beside it, but with it. Every path, every field, every river carries the mountain story. The mountain is their backdrop, their compass, their quiet companion. Mulanje people carry wisdom as steady as the mountain itself. At the foot of the mountain lies Mulanje Mountain, the quiet administrative heart of the district. It rests in the shadow of the great peaks surrounded by rolling hills and the endless green of tea fields. Here, the people of the community busy steadily, the place where the mountains people meet in the workings of everyday life. Along its main road stand the government offices, schools, and small shops, serving as the link between the scattered villages and the rest of Malawi. And at its center stands the Mulanje District Hospital, a place of hope and healing. Within its walls, doctors and nurses move with calm purpose, their hands and hearts guided by compassion. From the walls, one can see the slopes of the mountain rising beyond the trees, a comforting sight for those who come seeking strength and recovery. Many say that the mountain itself seems to watch over the sick, offering quiet assurance through its stillness. Light in the boma flows gently, bicycles passing, voices greeting, children laughing on their way to school. Even in the heart of administration and duty, the mountain's calm presence fills the air. It reminds everyone that no matter how busy the day becomes, nature and humanity breathe together here, in harmony, in rhythm, beneath the shadow of Mulanje. From the lower slopes of Mulanje, eternal road rises over the stretching towards the walls of the this perspective. It's more than just pavement, it is a lifeline between people, culture, and trade between nations. As the road curves around the foothills, the mountain seems to be cosmos in itself. Its granite ridges standing like silent guardians of the earth. Cars, buses, and trucks move steadily along the tarmac, carrying news, stories, and families, while the books of Malawi rise above like diamond sentinels. Along this route, the mountain crosses its coastline, one side shaded by its cliffs and forest, the other opening up green plains that stretch across the border. Here, Mulanje Mountain and the Mulanje Mountain remind us that even whose borders divide, the landscape remains home and alive. At the foot of Mulanje, the land is draped in endless tea fields, stretching like a green ocean beneath the mountain's towering peaks. Rows upon rows of tender leaves ripple gently in the wind. The color shifts with the sun, from deep emerald in the morning to soft jade in the afternoon light. The fields are alive with movement, workers plucking leaves with careful hands, baskets swaying lightly at their sides. They leave them in tune with the pulse of the land. The scent of fresh tea hangs in the air, mingling with the earthly perfume of soil and the crispy mountain breeze. Here, nature and human labor meet in quiet harmony, producing not just tea, but a living tapestry of culture, beauty, and tradition that flies beneath Mulanje's worship peaks. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the beauty and wonder of Mount Mulanje. From its soaring peaks and mysterious pools to the green tea fields and the warm hearts of the people who call it home. If this adventure has inspired you, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe so that together we can continue exploring more of the world's hidden treasures.